is Kelly Cardew. Newberry trying to turn it around, trying to get something going here. Scoreless draw in the first game of the CSU Collegiate Invitational. And now we'll see our first substitution of the ball game. Here comes Erica Lynch, junior from Yuba City, California, on to replace Michelle Calamine. Lynch spent time at Yuba College and Minot State University before ending up at Newberry for this season. Illustrious career at Sutter Union High School. She scored 188 goals, top 10 in the history of the state of California, and the most in the north part of California all time. Tampa trying to reestablish control here. Raymond rolls it up towards Sirica. There's Watts. Now Silvestro with the pick. Here comes Erica Lynch. An early scoring chance off the bench. Erica Lynch. There's the pass and the give and go, intercepted by Miranda Gonzalez. Nice defense. Huber off to Serrano. Magana from 25 yards out. Short hop deflected by Freitgard, and she takes control. Well, Caroline Freitgard out of Stockholm, Sweden. She is a sophomore for the Spartans this season. Started 20 games in goal as a true freshman. Went 11-4-4 with a .99 goals against average. She pitched 7 shutouts, combined for 3 more, and earned second-team All-SCC honors. Throw-in coming up for Newberry. Valeria Newcomb pitches it in, and immediately it will go back towards Tampa. Sarah Raymond with the entrance pass. She's a Floridian out of Palm Harbor. And a whistle against Sarah Silvestro. Mark Sorrell saying, nope, too much incidental contact. In fact, it was accidental. Audrey Hayward, the New Yorker. Pass deflected, rolling towards the sideline, and Sarah Silvestro keeps it in. Nice pass along the line there, and charging in to send it out of play is Miranda Gonzalez. Both teams mostly playing towards the midfield in the early portion of this game, just trying to feel each other out, see who is weak on what. Hannah Watts sticks the foot in there, and another throw-in coming up for Newberry. Couple early chances, not serious ones though, not the ones that would get you out of your seat. Well, on a day like this, you want to be sitting down. They got the umbrellas over across our way here in the bleachers. Sparse crowd for the noon game today, but we do see a few Tampa color umbrellas out there. Spartans drawing a bit of support from Tampa, Florida. Newberry College, of course, in Newberry, South Carolina. And our first corner kick of the match will come up, taking it for Newberry, Guadalupe Magana, the Santa Paula, California native. Trying to break the scoreless deadlock just over 10 minutes into the match. Magana into the box. Past all the bodies, and it'll roll towards the goal line and out of play. And a goal kick coming up for Tampa. So the first big chance for Newberry goes for naught. And the Spartans will take control on the back line. Hayward out towards Sarah Raymond. Leading pass right down the sideline. There's Oskadam. It's out of play, and now Tampa with the throw-in. In for it is Sarah Raymond. The Palm Harbor native went to University High School. On last year's SEC Commissioner's Honor Roll, quite the academic performer at the University of Tampa. And another throw coming for the Spartans. Raymond will take. Oskadam back to Raymond. Give and go with Oskadam. Nastasia pitches it back to Raymond. Centering pass. trying for Gonzalez. It goes past her, and Cicero can't control. Clearance by Newberry, but another throw-in coming up for the Spartans. This time, Katie Morris coming in from the left side of the defense to throw this one in. Another actually make that Jess Moreno. Well, she is from California as well. Lauren Cicero chasing it down. And it rolls out of play. A goal kick coming up for Newberry. Carrillo to take. And they're here for the first game of the CSU Collegiate Invitational Tournament in 2015. First game of 8 this weekend. Both teams will play 2 games, not against each other. But Newberry and Tampa kicking things off here. Aggressive play. Here comes Erica Lynch. Lynch charging. Instead, it rolls beyond her reach. And Frickard controls. Our second game today will be Tusculum in West Florida. It will start at approximately 2:30. Newcomb. Drop pass to Cardew. Newberry in the all whites. White for the moment. A few grass stains will get on that there, and they'll satisfy that after Labor Day requirement. Magagnon. Deflected by Tampa. Trying to control is Lauren Moore. Up pass towards Gonzalez. Tries to control with the head. She cannot. Magagnon towards the sideline facing 2 Spartans. And it ricochets off of Magagnon and will go towards Tampa. Moreno launches it in. And Newberry controls. Pass up to Silvestro. Sarah Silvestro, center of the pitch. Now it's on to Erica Lynch, and Tampa controls. Nice slide tackle by Newberry, trying to control, and it goes for naught. Jess Moreno. Pass up, and there's Gonzalez. Trying to lead Oskadam. And Tampa will get another crack at it. Instead, Moreno will drop it back towards Frickard. Pressure applied by Erica Lynch. Lynch playing way up. Raymond advances. There's Oskadam. Stasia working on 3 Newberry defenders. Can't get it past him. There's a deflection by Magagnon. Magagnon and Oskadam fighting each other for that ball. We played 15 minutes here at the Walden Soccer Complex. No score. Newberry and Tampa. Will DeBoer with you on the new Cougar Sports TV. New because we're on YouTube this year instead of Ustream. Advancing pass by Sirica. Oskadam charging after it. Instead, Newcomb will get to it first. Setting the screen, Oskadam controls. Towards the corner. Who will keep it in bounds? And it's off of Newberry. First corner kick of the ball game coming for the Spartans. Newcomb had their chance, or Newberry had their chance a few minutes ago, couldn't capitalize. Sarah Raymond trying to do what Newberry could not. Instead, no, it's actually a throw-in, a very close throw-in. Still no corner kick for Tampa. Sirica from about 25 yards out, charging towards the middle. There's Cicero. Leading pass, charged by Carrillo, and she controls. Alexis Carrillo coming out of the 6-yard box to control that one, and she punts it towards the middle. Midfield play, the name of the game for these first 15 minutes. Moore advances towards Moreno. Cicero. Newberry controls. Cicero up. She finds Sirica. Sirica charging in. Just 2 Newberry defenders back. Gabby Sirica towards the 18-yard line. And it's deflected out, and Newberry controls. That's Carrillo. Well, Gabby Sirica trying to take a chance early on. Sirica, a sophomore out of Smithtown, New York. She went to Smithtown West High School. Spent last year at Townsend University, Division I, where she played 19 games, scored 2 goals, picked up 4 assists. Tampa trying to set something up again, trying to give Erin Zwitalski a lead in her first game at the helm for Tampa. Jerry Lucy left after 8 years leading the Spartan squad. He went 114, 43, and 20 in those 8 years. Won 4 conference tournaments, 2 regional titles, and again the 2007 National Championship. Left to move to Philadelphia to work with English Premier League Sports, yes, an extension of the league, and the Penn Fusion Club, which is affiliated with FC Bayern München. And now we will see the first corner kick for the Spartans. It will be taken by Natasja Oskadam, a Tampa native. She graduated from Plant High School in her hometown. Oskadam centers it, and a deflection is there. Not enough power. It went straight to the first Newberry defender. Now Oskadam will get a second chance from about 25 yards off. Clearance and a nice deflection there by Huber. Watts up to Oskadam, back into that corner. And a slide tackle by Valeria Newcomb sends it out of bounds. Throw-in coming up towards Spartans. Well, it wasn't just Jerry Lucy who made the Tampa Spartans into the strong program. Established in 1998, they've gone to the NCAA tournament 10 times. They've had only 2 non-winning seasons since their inaugural one in 1998. They were 2002 when the team went 8-2-1, and 2009 when it was 6-11-1. Now some trouble for Newberry. Instead, a clearance and a foul called against Cece Gonzalez. She got tangled up with the goalkeeper. You're not allowed to do that. And Curio will take a free kick. 25.5 minutes to go in the first half. No score. Tampa and Newberry kicking off the CSU Collegiate Invitational. 8 women's teams at this tournament this time around. Last year it was 4 of each, the women and the men. Instead, Columbus State head coach Jay Antlick calling 4 more women's teams. And so we have a full slate of women's soccer at the highest level in Division II over the next few days. Clearance up to Lindsay Huber. Instead, Audrey Hayward comes from the back line to control it. Another substitute coming on for Newberry at the next break. That'll be Morgan Powers from Charleston, South Carolina, whenever we have a stoppage of play. Erica Lynch charging against Miranda Gonzalez. Lynch, big 5'11" body, working her way around the defense of Tampa, and a nice tackle by Miranda Gonzalez. Bit rough for some taste, but the referee lets it go. Sirica up to Lauren Cicero. Cicero towards the middle. Oskadam, the give and go. Instead, Newberry is there. Nice defense by Huber. Sirica. Even numbers. Sirica into the box. Deflection. Coming over forward is Lauren Moore. And Sarah Raymond controls now. She's charging from the back. Moore. Up to Sirica. Controlled by Magana. And cleared by Newcomb. Moore. Gonzalez. Cece Gonzalez from 30 yards out. Just wide of the net. Carrillo had to run a long way for that one. It almost looked like she scratched it with the fingertips. And is that what they're saying? Yes, Mark Soros saying that Carrillo did, in fact, scratch it with the fingertips. So we will see another corner kick for Tampa. Spartans with their second chance from the corner in this ball game. Taken once again by Oskadam. Natasja getting instructions. Can she be a bit stronger of foot this time around? Last time it was controlled by the first Newberry defender in front of her. And now the substitution. Out is Katie Morris, and on is Morgan Powers, a sophomore from Charleston. Appeared in 15 games for the Wolves last season. Just one shot all season. It was a shot on goal. She readies herself near that 6-yard box, and Oskadam is ready. Natasja into the box. It squirts through. She threads the needle. Instead, Newberry controls again, and a shot by Raymond deflected by Gonzalez. Tampa getting in their own way this time around. Oskadam tackled hard by Sarah Silvestro, and they'll call a foul against the Wolf. Tampa 0 and Newberry 0. Just over 22 minutes to go in the first half. Here is Miranda Gonzalez. Gonzalez out of Lutz, Florida, went to Steinbrenner High School, named for the former Yankee owner George Steinbrenner, George Costanza's old boss. Gonzalez, and a deflection by Newberry. Moreno, and a clearance, but Tampa will control once again. Just Moreno on for it. Moreno, a member of the Mexican national U17 squad, won that level's CONCACAF tournament back in 2013. Into the box, Hannah Watts going after it. Watts from about 10 yards out, pitches it back to Sarah Raymond. Raymond with the left foot into Lauren Moore. Moore out to Watts, the shot pounced on by Carrillo. Well, Hannah Watts didn't get much mustard on that one. An easy play for Alexis Carrillo. She might as well be in a training exercise. Watts out of Wayne, Pennsylvania. Graduated from Radnor High School. Now here is Audrey Hayward. No substitutes yet for Tampa. They've had the same starting 11 out on the pitch through the first 25 minutes of this first half. Newberry with a couple subs. Here's Cicero. Crosses it to no one, and it rolls out of play. Goal kick coming up for the Wolves. Well, Didi Sanguinetti leading the Newberry Wolves in her 4th season with the program, her 2nd season as the head coach. Previously, she was an assistant for the Toreros at the University of San Diego. Went to the Sweet 16 back in 2011 before catching the attention of the program in the Palmetto State. And Newberry on the attack. Here's Erica Lynch. Dumps it off to Silvestro. Trying to lead Lynch. Instead, Tampa's there to poke it out of play. Sanguinetti, a history of Sweet 16 success at San Diego and then at NAIA's Kansas Wesleyan. He graduated from Pepperdine University as one of their top center defenders of all time. Even scouted by the Argentine national squad. And a cross pass rolls toward the end line. A goal kick coming up for Tampa. Spartans have taken more control in the last 10 minutes of this ball game. We've spent a lot more time in the Newberry end. Wolves had a rare chance for a counterattack. Instead, Tampa clears. Freikart clears a few of her own heads, and it rolls out of play. Free kick coming up towards Newberry. No score. 19 minutes to go in the first half from the Walden Soccer Complex. Lynch to Silvestro. This is CeCe Gonzalez. Gonzalez, nifty move around 2 Wolf defenders, and it goes out of play. Cheeky move there. All right, Josh, I said it. Where's my prize? And we'll see if the cheekiness continues. Miranda Gonzalez to take the free kick for the Red and Blacks. Gonzalez towards the box. Over towards a few heads. Ricochets around, and Newberry clears. That was Lindsay Huber. And the offside flag up. Free kick coming up for Newberry. Sanchez, the advancing pass. Here comes Magana. Magana charging hard for Newberry, trying to get something going to break the scoreless deadlock. Instead, Tampa's defense is there. Audrey Hayward, the senior from Brockport, New York, controlling, and Tampa will send it right back into the middle third. A lot of midfield play in this ball game. Lauren Moore into the attacking third for Tampa. Moore, another Tampa native, charging hard. Shot from 30 yards out. It's off the crossbar, deflected by Carrillo. Lauren Moore took a chance, and it nearly paid off. Carrillo had to touch that one, otherwise it would have scooted in just under the bar. Tampa with a touch of life here. We'll see if the Spartans can capitalize. Oskadam from the center of the pitch. Into the corner for Hannah Watts, and she leads her just a bit too far. It rolls out of play on the end line, and a goal kick coming up.
So that part of the left side of the stage doesn't work? Yeah.
Lauren Moore, graduate of Gaither High School in Tampa, Florida. Started all 21 games for the Spartans last year, scored 10 goals with 11 assists. One of the top returners for the Spartans squad, two-time All-South region, and the Player of the Year in the SSC back in 2012. Substitution on for Newberry. Into the ball game, Drina Ponder, the Santa Ana, California native. A freshman, graduate of Orange Lutheran High School, making her collegiate debut, and she will take the goal kick from the 6-yard box. Ponder with the clearance. Instead, Tampa coming right back for it. Lauren Moore. Newberry controls. Like a game of pinball on that third line. Instead, Newberry on the counterattack. Guadalupe Magana leading Silvestro off the left foot, and she deflects it out of play. Just inside of 16 minutes in the first half to go. Tampa and Newberry, goose eggs on the board for each. Oskadam, now it's Hayward. Cross pitch pass to Jess Moreno. Moreno controlling. Up to Lauren Cicero. Cicero from the left side. Give and go with Sirica. And that go far for Cicero. She gets to it, but deflected off a Newberry defender. Another chance coming up for Tampa. The Spartans starting to take control of this game. They've had more chances in the past few minutes than Newberry. Morgan Powers. Instead, Lauren Moore controls another 40-yard shot. This one an easier play for Alexis Carrillo, who takes it on a bounce right up to the midsection. Lauren Moore will take her chances, and she will capitalize on a lot of them. Again, 10 goals last season for the Spartans. Gonzalez, drop pass towards Frickard. Magana tries to control. Instead, Tampa wins another battle. Charging hard is Sirica. And a foul called against Newberry. Reaching in was Lindsay Huber, and she got control of Sirica's shoulder. You're not allowed to do that in this game. Miranda Gonzalez from just outside the midfield circle. Gonzalez, another starter from all of last year. As a true freshman, she's just a sophomore now. Into the box, deflected. Newberry reaches up for it. And Tampa will have to bring it back as the offside flag was up. And it stays up. Sparty a bit too aggressive. The advancing pass by Drina Ponder into the midfield. There's Moore. Out to Sarah Raymond. Raymond, advancing pass towards Oskadam. Tries to thread the needle, threads it a bit too well. It goes all the way to the Newberry defense. Moreno towards the sideline. Into Lauren Cicero. Cicero with 3 Wolves around her. Drops it back to Lauren Moore. Cross pitch pass to Sarah Raymond. Raymond looking in. Tampa has numbers. Raymond into the box, leading towards, and it's in! Cece Gonzalez on a beautiful pass from Sarah Raymond puts Tampa on the board. 1-0 for the Spartans with 12:37 left to go in this first half. Just a beautiful pass, Sarah Raymond to Cece Gonzalez, the sophomore to senior connection. And Gonzalez, another Steinbrenner High School graduate, the senior from Lutz, Florida, scores the first goal of the season for Tampa and the first goal of our CSU Collegiate Invitational. And a substitution. Newberry sending in Brenda Espinoza in place of Elizabeth Gutierrez, trying to shore up that back line. Newberry playing from behind for the first time in this ball game. Cece Gonzalez putting the red and blacks on top. Now Gonzalez again takes control. Cece Gonzalez, 18 goals last year for the Spartans, led the team. And she appears to be on her way towards leading the team once again. Tampa 1, Newberry 0. Less than 12 to go in the first half. Newberry with numbers. Advancing pass towards Silvestro. Silvestro picked up by Raymond. And Raymond gets the body in front of it and takes control. Sarah Raymond, a defender playing like a midfielder with that beautiful thread-the-needle pass towards Cece Gonzalez to score that goal moments ago. Newcomb with the throw-in. It's into the corner. Tampa has the numbers in that corner. And it's out of play. Throw-in coming for the Spartans. Quick throw. Pass up to Sirica. Sirica loses the battle to Huber. Newcomb now controlled by Oskadam. Oskadam leading pass to Hannah Watts. Led her a bit too far. Touched out of play by Drina Ponder, but another throw-in coming up for Tampa. Now that's a monkey off the back of Erin Zwitowski. The first goal coming about a half an hour into the season. And she sees her first lead as the head coach of the Tampa Spartans. Hayward. Now Gonzalez just clearing it along that back line for Tampa. Up comes Jess Moreno, the freshman, getting a start in her first collegiate ball game. Now here is Gonzalez again. Up to Cicero, into the box. Newberry with the numbers. Oskadam fighting for it. There's Cece Gonzalez again from about 16 yards out. Tries to control. Can she get a good shot off? No, the defense is there for the Wolves. Amber Sanchez getting in there. A nice play. Gonzalez into a corner. Works her way around the defense. A nifty move there by Cece Gonzalez. The shot, and it's towards the near post and deflected by Alexis Carrillo. Now Gonzalez starting to get in her groove. One goal off the head, nearly one off the foot. And Newberry clinging to hold on in this one. Audra Hayward draws a foul, and Tampa will control it. Here's Raymond. Out of play, throw-in coming for the Spartans. Still no substitutes for Tampa in this ball game. Match, rather. Only 9 minutes to go in the first half, and the Spartans holding a 1-0 lead. And another substitution for the Wolves into the ball game. Marissa Reyna, junior from Lompoc, California, on to replace Erica Lynch. And Reyna immediately loses a battle there. It rolls out of play. Sarah Raymond for it. Sirica accosted by a Wolf. Fighting for it was Oskadam, and Oskadam got a bit too friendly with her Newberry counterpart. Taking the free kick is Valeria Newcomb, the native of San Diego and the graduate of the Rock Academy. Started 19 games for the Wolves last season, picked up 1 assist, and contributed to a back line that pitched 10 shutouts. Dancing past to Gabby Sirica. And Watts wins that battle, but can't keep it in play. Throw-in coming up for Tampa. Coming from the back is Sarah Raymond, who assisted on the first Tampa goal in this one. Raymond in towards Sirica. Skies it towards the box. And Newberry controls. But it's intercepted by Audra Hayward. Hayward dumps back to Moore. Spartans trying to recharge the offense. Moreno up to Cicero. Moreno controls once again, but the deflection out of play by Ponder. Throw-in coming up for the Spartans. Moreno with the in, looking towards Oskadam. Oskadam around 2 Newberry defenders, and she heads towards the line. There is Gonzalez again. Cece Gonzalez about 10 yards out. And the pass towards Sirica. It's deflected out of play. A nice effort by Gabby Sirica. Nearly got that one into the near post for her. And Cece Gonzalez nearly with another point in this ball game, nearly another assist. And now we see the first substitution of the ball game for Tampa. In is Alexa Sheridan. Also in is Corey O'Rourke. Sheridan and O'Rourke, 2 freshmen. Alexa Sheridan from Smithtown, New York, and Corey O'Rourke from Medford, Massachusetts. Also on for Newberry, Bailey Ellis, the Simpsonville, South Carolina native, another true freshman. The young guns all getting their chances for both sides. Both teams can make up some offense compared to where they were last year. None more so than Newberry, who returns just the 1 goal from 2014 out of 28. Wolves looking for a score here. They find themselves down 1-0 to Tampa with 6 to go in the first half. Advancement towards Newcomb. Instead, Tampa controls. Nice defense, Miranda Gonzalez. Sirica. Now it's Gonzalez. Gonzalez up to Cicero. Cicero leading past Corey O'Rourke. Fresh into the ball game, fresh legs. You can see that speed from O'Rourke. In towards Sheridan, instead deflected out. Gonzalez. And another throw coming in for Tampa. Jess Moreno from at the end of those metal bleachers across the pitch here at Walden Soccer Complex. Great crowds for Columbus State games in the last few years, especially with CSU playing so well. It'll fill up accordingly tonight at 7:30 when the Lady Cougars take on Lynn University in their 2015 opener. That's 3 matches from now. Sarah Raymond leading O'Rourke, and it's deflected out of play. After Tampa and Newberry, it will be Tusculum and West Florida, followed by Lee and Rollins, last year's national runner-up Rollins, and Columbus State and Lynn. Can't be controlled by Alexa Sheridan. That's the inexperience of a freshman right there, to avoid letting that one roll over the sideline. Newcomb with the throw-in, looking towards Silvestro. Silvestro's been all over the pitch in this game. Instead, Tampa controls. Raymond comes up for it. Moore fought off by Morgan Powers. Instead, the Spartans there once again. Every time Newberry tries to get it out of the box into the midfield, Tampa seems to have an answer. Cicero in towards O'Rourke. O'Rourke back towards Cicero, rolling out of play. Led her too far. Halftime coming up. It'll be a 10-minute intermission here at Walden Soccer Complex. We will take a short break and we'll be back for the second half when it begins. For now, just over 3 minutes to go in the first half of this match. Tampa 1, Newberry nothing. Cicero advancing and Newberry controls. Leading past to no one, therefore it is Audrey Hayward. Moreno. And the pass back to Caroline Frickgard. Frickgard from Morby Gymnasium in Stockholm, Sweden. Played for the Hammarby IF club for head coach Par Lagerstorm. Tampa will throw in once again, looking for another goal-scoring chance here. At this point in the match, the next goal will be huge. The difference between a 2-goal lead and an even match. Second goal almost more important than the first goal. First goal is the way to break the ice. The second goal establishes what kind of game it will be. Tampa trying to make sure the match is in their favor with that second goal. Newberry looking to draw even. O'Rourke, the interception towards the end line. Pass in. Gonzalez, the shot deflected by Carrillo off the post. And she pounces all over it. CC Gonzalez nearly made it 2 in this match. Tampa with all the chances today. They have outshot the Wolves 9-1 in the first half. Alexis Carrillo's had a very, very busy opening 45 minutes, and they're almost at its end. 1 minute and 12 to go in the first half. Tampa up 1-0. And the Spartans not letting that foot off the gas.
1 minute.
They will have a free kick coming up. No, it's a throw-in by Sarah Raymond. Raymond quickly out to Alexa Sheridan. Sheridan working on Magana, and Magana knocks it out of play. Another throw-in coming up for Raymond and the Spartans. Sarah Raymond, a member of the West Florida Flames, 3-time state cup champions in the club circuit. Magana tries to clear it out. Tampa keeps it in. Instead, Guadalupe Magana clearing it once again, and Tampa will settle on the defense. 24 seconds to go here. We'll see if the Spartans try for one last counterattack. Reyna up for Newberry. Maybe a chance for the Wolves here. Reyna. There is Powers. Powers up to Bailey Ellis. Instead, Tampa the clearance in towards the midfield. And it appears nothing will come, and it'll roll towards the sideline, and we have reached halftime at the Walden Soccer Complex. Tampa 1, Newberry 0 on a goal by CC Gonzalez about 30 minutes into the match. We'll take a break here and come back in about 10 minutes for the second half. You're watching the CSU Collegiate Invitational right here on the new Cougar Sports TV. And we're back for the start of the second half on the new Cougar Sports TV. Will DeBoer with you from the Walden Soccer Complex. Tampa leading Newberry 1-0 as we played one half of the opening match of our weekend CSU Collegiate Invitational tournament. The teams will switch sides and begin the second increment of 45 minutes. Newberry now going left to right as you see them wearing the white uniforms. Tampa was all in control in that first half. Newberry looking to counter. Elizabeth Gutierrez leading pass up to Erica Lynch starting the second half on the pitch. She came off the bench in the first half. Tampa wearing the black and red uniforms, AC Milan style, now moving right to left as you see them. Spartans broke through on a goal by Cece Gonzalez, a header off the assist from Sarah Raymond about half an hour into this match. Now here's Lynch controlling it herself. Mini bicycle kick, tries to go through three Tampa defenders. Newberry crisp and on the attack in this first few minutes of the second half. Clearance by Miranda Gonzalez and a short throw-in coming up for the Wolves. Gutierrez ins it. And the takedown, Magana tried to go after that one instead. A bit too aggressive, and she completely takes out Cece Gonzalez. Box-to-box midfielder for Tampa, scored the first goal of the match. Audra Hayward, center back. Out towards the far sideline, that is Sarah Raymond, who had the assist on the first goal. Tazia Oskadam. Now there's Gutierrez. Gutierrez fights her way through a couple Spartan defenders, but can't keep the ball in play. Rather, Tampa deflects it out of bounds. And Newberry controls. Serrano. Gutierrez. And the long legs of Raymond are there. The advancing pass by Gonzalez. Out towards Gabby Soraka. Soraka into the far corner. And she's picked up easily by a Newberry defender. But Tampa will get themselves a throw-in. Can the Spartans turn things around here? 2.5 minutes in. 1-0 lead. Looking for that second goal. It could be the dagger in a game such as this. Raymond will take the throw-in. She has been everywhere in the first half and the early part of the second. Started 5 of the 19 matches she played in last season, did Sarah Raymond. Seeing an increased role as she becomes a sophomore for this Tampa Spartan squad. Sirica into the corner. Pass deflected off of Newberry. Sirica again into the box from 10 yards out. That was Cece Gonzalez off the head and off Newberry. It rolls out of bounds. And another corner kick coming up for the Spartans. Third of the match for Tampa. Just one for Newberry. Pass in and it's too low. Newberry gets bodies in front of it. Gutierrez trying for the counterattack. Elizabeth Gutierrez, just 5'1". Advancing pass too far into the Tampa line. Raymond advancing up towards Sirica. Sirica takes control from 18 yards out, and the hard tackle is there. They're going to get it for a foul. But no, the offside flag was up. Offside superseding the foul call, so Newberry gets a break this time. Dangerous chance for Gabby Soraka of Tampa, but she was too aggressive and crossed that back defensive line early. Cece Gonzalez trying to keep on the pressure. Gonzalez from 30 yards out towards the far post and just beyond the reach of Carrillo, but out of play. Well, Cece Gonzalez and Lauren Moore showing no hesitation at taking long shots from way outside the box. Moore nearly had one sneak in under the crossbar about 15 minutes into the match. And Gonzalez trying for the far post that time. Good thinking. Not so crisp execution. And the Newberry goal kick, this one directed towards Morgan Powers. Powers, it's over her head, rolling towards the sideline, and it's out of play. Lynch couldn't keep it in. Throw in coming towards the Tampa Spartans. Spartans picked to be 5th in the Sunshine State Conference this season behind Barry, Rollins, St. Leo, and Florida Tech. It's a very strong league down there in Florida. 5 minutes into the second half, Tampa up 1-0. And for Tampa, a warm-up contest. Their big matches are coming up over the next few weeks and the next 2 months. They will play host to Columbus State next weekend, as well as West Florida, who we will see on Cougar Sports TV in a couple of hours. Pass in by Sirica. Pinballs off the heads of a few Newberry players. Instead, Gutierrez turns it around. Elizabeth Gutierrez. It's a 2-on-2. Liz leading Erica Lynch. And Lynch is pickpocketed by Miranda Gonzalez. Nice defense there. Tampa will also play a big match against second-ranked Rollins at Rollins on September 23rd. They host Barry on October 17th and host St. Leo on October 21st. Morgan Powers thwarted by Cicero and the back line of Tampa. Newberry, meanwhile, chosen 4th in the South Atlantic Conference behind Lenore Ryan, Wingate, and Lincoln Memorial. They will face all 3 of those teams as the season progresses. Newberry gets Rollins here on Sunday, so it doesn't get any easier for the Wolves and Didi Sanguinetti. Other key matchups for Newberry this year. They host Wingate on September 26th. They travel to Lincoln Memorial on October 10th, and they go to Lenore Ryan to close out the regular season on Halloween. Lynch drops back to Gutierrez, the give and go. Erica Lynch from 20 yards out. The shot, she never really got a good angle on it. Gonzalez was in her face the whole time. And the control by Caroline Frickard. Still with a clean sheet, trying to keep it. And a counter coming up by Tampa. This was Sirica. Leading towards Corey O'Rourke. O'Rourke into the box, no one there for it. Gonzalez was in the vicinity, but not nearly close enough. Now Sirica controls again. 22 yards out, the drop back pass and a high shot. She had the angle, but a bit too much air on that one. Alexa Sheridan. If we were going for a highest shot contest, then Alexa Sheridan would get 3 points for that one. Instead, it's a goal kick for Newberry. Powers. There's Guadalupe Magana. Interception by Alexa Sheridan. Will she get another chance at it? Pass into the box. There's Sirica. Past her. Here's Cece Gonzalez. Left side of the box. Drop back to Lauren Cicero. Gonzalez. And offsides. The flag is up. Tampa inching up. Newberry backline with the awareness to change their positioning and catch Tampa in a bad position. Silvestro going up against Sheridan. Leading pass, tried to get it to Lynch, and Tampa's there once again. Newberry, chances few and far between for the Wolves. They got just 2 shots off in the entire match compared to 11 for Tampa. Wolves took control about 15 minutes in. They have not let up just yet. Jess Moreno up to Lauren Cicero, the Naperville, Illinois native, graduate of Nequa Valley High School. Sirica drops it back to Moreno. Moreno looking for numbers, looking for the good pass. Up to Cicero. Cicero towards the sideline, and she knocks it out of play. Tried to get around Morgan Powers, but she ran out of real estate, and a throw-in coming up for the Wolves. Magana. Cicero there to knock it out. And they ruled a throw in for Tampa. So Lauren Cicero gets another crack at it. She'll head back onto the pitch, and Jess Moreno, the freshman, will come up and take the throw. Tampa 1, Newberry 0. 10 minutes into the second half. Here's the counter. Elizabeth Gutierrez. It's a 2-on-3. Up to Erica Lynch. And Miranda Gonzalez there once again. Gonzalez playing a mean back line. Got her fair share of shots off as a defender as well, that Gonzalez last season. Scored 2 goals, picked up 4 assists. An offensive-minded defender, but she's playing solid D so far this afternoon. Newberry into Tampa's attacking third now. Gutierrez drops it back to Magana. Magana works her way into the box. Therefore it is Hayward. Drop back. The cross in towards Lynch. Big body of Lynch is just over her head. Well, Erica Lynch has the height. She's 5'11", the tallest player on the pitch for Newberry. That one just a couple inches too tall for her. She would have had to be 6'3", 6'4" in order to get that one. And Newberry coming right back with it. Cross pitch pass. There is Morgan Powers, the sophomore from Charleston. Drops it back to Magana. Magana from the center of the pitch. Working up against Moore. Pass out towards Powers, and foul call against Tampa. Magana took a spill, and now the Wolves will get perhaps their best shot of this second half, perhaps their best chance of the match to this point. A direct free kick coming up, about 35 yards out. Magana and her cohorts trying to figure out some sort of strategy. It's Serrano and Gutierrez with her. Can Newberry provide the equalizer? Well, 12 minutes into the second half, 33 minutes to go in this match. Newberry doesn't want to leave it a chance and leave it to those last 5 minutes, though. They want to score right now. Freitgard is ready in the box. Magana with the kick, and the short hop deflected by Freitgard. She lost control for a second. No one was there for the follow-up there, and Caroline Freitgard picks up another save. Second save of the match for Caroline Freitgard. She had 41 of them last year. Goals against average, a tick under 1. Now it's Tampa's turn to try and put this one away. Instead, Newberry turns it around. Here's Serrano. Dropping it back to Magana. Magana towards the middle. Off to Amber Sanchez. Sanchez, the freshman from Duncan, South Carolina. Now it's Morgan Powers. Powers on the attack. Tampa's letting her go through. Leading pass, and therefore it is Miranda Gonzalez. She's a wall, but Powers fights her way back through again. The shot deflected. Who else? Well, Audrey Hayward this time around. Hayward gets the right calf on the ball. That was a powerful shot from the young Morgan Powers. Instead, Tampa's backline holding. But a corner kick coming up for Newberry. The Wolves starting to turn on the offensive juices in the past 10 minutes. They'll get just their second corner, and it's Sarah Silvestro to take it. Silvestro with the left foot. Into the box. It's a low kick, and Gonzalez is there to deflect it out. Silvestro again. 20 yards. There's Gutierrez. In towards Newcomb. Valeria Newcomb. Shot towards the far post, and it's picked up by Freitgard. Newberry once again. Elizabeth Gutierrez. Well, Gutierrez has played the Magana role in this half. She's been box to box as a midfielder. Junior from Fullerton, California. Graduated the high school of the same name. getting her first action for the Wolves after transferring from Cypress College, where she appeared in 23 matches and started 4 last season, scoring 4 goals with 4 assists. Amber Sanchez, leading pass, ran out of real estate over towards the sideline, and a throw-in coming up for Tampa, but first a substitution. Onto the pitch is Natasha Oskadam. Oskadam, a starter for Tampa in the first half. She will come on off the bench in half number 2. Oskadam starting her first collegiate match for her hometown Tampa Spartans as a true freshman. Moreno to take the throw in. Here's Cicero. Turned around and controlled by Powers. Powers drop back pass to Amber Sanchez. Nearly a trap that the Wolves fall into, but they fight their way out of it. Magana leading Powers, led her far too far, but there's Gutierrez again, Elizabeth Gutierrez, but she's offside. Gutierrez, a burst of speed. She was a track star at Fullerton High School, so she has the sprinting ability to get down the pitch in a hurry. She hurried a bit too much that time around. Tampa up 1-0, just under 29 minutes to go in the second half. Lauren Cicero on the counterattack. Here's Oskadam. Oskadam pushed all around by Magana. And Magana wins that battle. Pass up towards Erica Lynch. Lynch charging forward, and there again is Miranda Gonzalez. Gonzalez has an answer every time for Erica Lynch. Perhaps it's the experience, but perhaps it's not. Gonzalez 1 year younger than Erica Lynch. Now here's Lauren Moore, the senior from Tampa. Moore looking for numbers. Pass in towards Gonzalez, and it's just beyond the reach of her head. Well, if Cece Gonzalez was wearing bigger hair in this match, she might have had a chance to brush that one. Instead, ponytail doing her no help that time. Skims over the noggin and out of play, and a goal kick coming up for the Wolves. Cicero keeping it in play. Here's Corey O'Rourke. O'Rourke works her way around, threads the needle. Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez, dangerous position from 18 yards out. Cece Gonzalez trying to turn around, trying to get a good angle. Touches it herself. The pass to Oskadam. Oskadam drops back towards Sarah Raymond. Raymond picked up the assist the first time around. Her pass into the box is deflected. And Tampa will try and control and set up another counter. Well, Cece Gonzalez had the distance, but she didn't have the angle and couldn't take a good shot that time around. Lucky break for Newberry, and they're on the counter. Here is the speedy Gutierrez. Leading Lynch, instead Gonzalez with the right foot. Cicero turning it around. O'Rourke. O'Rourke, the freshman, lets it go, and Newberry is there to send it out of play. Throw in coming up for Tampa. First a couple substitutions. Or not. No, they'll wait until Newberry has control of the throw-in. It appears to be a couple starters from the first half for the Wolves coming back in. Michelle Calamine and Lindsay Huber. At their next chance, they will enter for Newberry. Down 1-0, 26.5 to go in the second half. Erica Lynch. He has had no answer from Miranda Gonzalez in this game. Lynch passing to herself. This time battling with Alexa Sheridan. Now up to Gutierrez. Gutierrez surrounded by a couple Spartans. And she's picked up by Audrey Hayward. Counterattack by Lauren Moore. Oskadam deflected by Sanchez. And the clearance. Here comes Morgan Powers. Powers, cross pitch pass, looking towards Gutierrez. And Elizabeth is there for it. Give and go, gives it back to Powers. Morgan Powers working from the near side. Elizabeth Gutierrez. Gutierrez working towards the middle of the pitch. Tried a leading pass to Serrano. It did not work. Tampa was there. Instead, Newberry in control. Wolves had a better grip on this game in the past 15 minutes. Powers. Lynch. Back to Powers on the near side. Working towards the corner. Working against Moreno. Lynch into the box, nobody there for her, trying for the deflection. There's Gutierrez. Instead, she overshoots it. That was Silvestro, rather. Well, whoever it was, she couldn't get to it. Now the counter by Tampa. Cece Gonzalez battling for the ball. Instead, Newberry controls. And it's out of play. Now a couple substitutions. Again, on for Newberry, Calamine and Huber. On for Tampa, Hannah Watts, starter from the first half. On to replace Jess Moreno. Hannah Watts out of Wayne, Pennsylvania. Quite skilled with the foot in multiple ways, soccer and taekwondo, where she was a 3-time champion at Radnor High School. And the football runs in her family, not just this football, but the American football. Her brother Ian plays at the University of Wyoming. Newberry looking to make some waves once again. They've had more offensive chances in the second half than the first, but the Tampa back line has held. Caroline Freikard's hardly had to do any sort of work in goal. It's been her back line, especially Miranda Gonzalez, that have kept that clean sheet active with 24 minutes to go for Tampa. 24 minutes left in our first match. Second match of the day is West Florida and Tusculum. It'll start at approximately 2:30. I'll be on the call for that game with you as well. Will DeBoer with you on Cougar Sports TV. The new Cougar Sports TV, and we're seeing a defensive-minded soccer match in this first contest of the 2015 and 16 academic year. It was a banner year for CSU athletics in the fall and the winter. Spring, not so much, but fall and the winter made up for it. Cougars and Lady Cougars looking for more of the same, especially from the Lady Cougars, who came into the season ranked 5th in the country. Cicero advancing pass. Cece Gonzalez. Couple tips to herself in the air. Screens it. Back to Moore. The shot deflected by Newberry. The body's there. It rolls towards the end line, and a corner kick coming up for the Spartans. Lauren Moore trying for a rocket. Gonzalez and Moore combining for 28 goals for Tampa last season. 28 of the 34 goals that are returning for the Spartans. Natasja Oskadam, the Tampa native, on to take a corner kick. It'll be number 4 for the Spartans in this one. Oskadam in. And it never really entered. Tried that near post and got it a bit too close. Substitution coming on for Newberry. She takes off the yellow jersey, and it appears to be Bailey Ellis, the freshman from Simpsonville, South Carolina. 4-year varsity starter for J.L. Mann High School. Champions of Upper South Carolina and runners-up in the entire state. Towards the middle of the pitch, Erica Lynch fighting for control. Lynch, great potential. Dee Sanguinetti expecting great things out of her. Hasn't gotten to do much so far in this one, thanks to that woman right there, number 3, Miranda Gonzalez, who has had her number all afternoon. Here is Cicero on the near sideline. Towards Hannah Watts. Pocket picked by Kelly Cardew. Cicero controlling once again. And there's Corey O'Rourke, freshman from the Boston area, Medford, Massachusetts, out towards Alexa Sheridan, the freshman-to-freshman combination, nearly coming through for Tampa. Instead, the defense is there. Looked to be Erica Lynch. No, that wasn't Erica Lynch. Lynch is on the midfield line. Once again, if Newberry... If a Newberry executive is listening out there to this broadcast today, uniforms, they've got to have more readable numbers. Sincerely, your friends in every press box everywhere. Gonzalez into the box. Towards Sheridan. Therefore, the deflection. Lauren Moore nearly scooted it by Alexis Carrillo. Instead, Carrillo A nice reach behind herself, and she controls. Newberry's coming so close to the danger zone. Tampa trying for that second goal to put it away. 20 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the second half of our opening match of the CSU Collegiate Invitational, with the Spartans up 1-0. Far sideline. Over everybody's head, rolling out of play. It will stay in the attacking end for Newberry.
Goal. Guadalupe, but not
19 and a half minutes to go. In for it again is Natasha Oskadam. She has accosted Newberry all afternoon, and now Tampa on the counter strike. Leading pass for O'Rourke. Instead, coming for it is Hannah Watts. Watts chasing it down. Long strides, but she loses out. Defensive advantage there for Amber Sanchez. Tuyunga, California native. Senior from Verdugo Hills High School, and she wins that battle against Hannah Watts. Throw in coming up for Sparty. Lauren Moore in. Here's Oskadam. Centering pass back to Audrey Hayward. Hayward from the center of the pitch. Crosses it to Sarah Raymond. Raymond's been quiet in the second half, trying for something right here. Dribbles it too strong. Turning it around is Lindsay Huber. Huber to Bailey Ellis. Into the midfield. Ellis working on Lauren Moore. Leading pass. There to chase it down and watch it go is Alexa Sheridan. Natasha Oskadam. That's just fun to say. Crossing pass towards Lauren Cicero. Cicero from the land of Lincoln. Naperville to be exact. Pass up to Hannah Watts. Watts nearly that goal chance a few moments ago. Cicero into the box. Defense is there. Coming back for his Lauren Moore. Controls. Pass up towards Raymond. Raymond into the box. There with the head is Newcomb. Oskadam. Out towards Hannah Watts. Watts into the box, into no one. That one took a precarious bounce. I don't know, if I'm Alexis Carrillo, I want to get that one when it's a bit farther out, taking one bad hop and it'll squirt right by you and into the net. 17 to go, 1-0 Tampa. On the counter, Michelle Calamine and Newberry. Instead, turned around by Lauren Moore. Moore up to Oskadam. Oskadam leading O'Rourke. Corey O'Rourke, the freshman, into the box. Out to Hannah Watts. Watts from about 25 yards out, rolls it into the box, gets it back, leads O'Rourke towards the end line, too far. Goal kick coming up for Newberry, and a substitution. Late sub for Tampa into the match, Gabby Sirica. And in for Newberry, Elizabeth Gutierrez. So the big midfield presence for each side resting up in the midway portion of this second half. Now they're out for what we would call the end game. 16:20 to go in the second half. Tampa up by a goal. Gonzalez controls it, and she loses control to Kelly Cardew. Erica Lynch. Lynch accosted hard by Hayward, and the leading pass led too far for the legs of Michelle Calamine. Amber Sanchez to take the throw in for the Wolves. Wolves in the white uniforms trying to keep the record spotless, but they're running out of time. 15.5 to go in the second half, down 1-0 to Tampa. Hayward in that back line for Tampa, impenetrable. At least so far today. CeCe Gonzalez dropping back to Raymond. Up towards Sheridan, towards the sideline. It's out of play. A throw-in coming up for Raymond and Tampa. Leading pass to Alexa Sheridan. Sheridan controls it in the corner. Tries to clear it in. It's deflected out of bounds, and a closer throw-in coming up for Tampa, causing Raymond to jog over there towards the sideline. Raymond, great speed, great endurance on that back line for Tampa. She finished 19th in the state of Florida her senior year in their state cross-country race. She was also all-county in track and field, as well as on the soccer pitch. Signed on to this illustrious Tampa program to play the footy. She did it well in her first season. Now she's on for an expanded role as a sophomore. Newberry with the goal kick. Controlled by Oskadam. Oskadam fighting for it with Newcomb. Into the midfield. Raymond's there. Newberry trying for the counter, and a body check of sorts by Alexa Sheridan. A bit too aggressive. I know they play hockey frequently up there in New York, but that was not what you want. Newberry trying to counter. Tampa holding a 1-0 lead, 13.5 to go in the second half. And a closer throw in coming for Newberry. There's Valeria Newcomb. Newberry fighting for control, just on the cusp of the attacking third. And Newcomb can't keep it in bounds. It's off her outside of her right foot and out of play. Tampa turning it around for a throw-in. Sheridan drops it back to Raymond. Out of play, another throw-in for the Red and Blacks. Tampa controlling it on that back line. Here's Lauren Cicero. Cicero advancing. Up to Hannah Watts. Watts towards the middle of the pitch, looking for Gonzalez. Gonzalez around it, but Carrillo, recognizing the danger, comes out and gets it about 16 yards out. Alexis Carrillo on the short end of a 1-0 decision for the moment. A lot can change. Still time for Newberry. 12 minutes to go in the second half. Wolves being outshot 14-5 by the Spartans, but Newberry has gotten 4 shots off in the second half. And now here comes Erica Lynch. Lynch one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and it's in! Erica Lynch evens it up for Newberry. 188 goals in high school, a team captain and a league MVP at Yuba Junior College. And now off the bench in her first action for Newberry, draws even. Wolves 1 and Spartans 1. Sarah Silvestro now on for Newberry, taking over for Bailey Ellis. And the Tampa line, which had been so formidable through the first 75 minutes of this match, the cracks beginning to show, and Erica Lynch is the one to do it. Now Tampa will have to go into full-on attack mode to avoid picking up a disappointing 1 point. Newberry, after fighting their way back throughout this entire match, I'm sure would be satisfied with a draw at this point, but with 11 minutes, 15 seconds to go, still time for either side to get one in. Lauren Cicero to take a free kick now for the Spartans. With the left foot in towards the box. Gonzalez with the header, and it's an offside call. Offside. Cece Gonzalez very nearly had herself another header, and Tampa almost immediately erasing that equalizer for Newberry, but the offside flag went up. Erin Zwitalski can't believe it, but Newberry will take the break when they can get it. Half a dozen offside calls against Tampa in this game. They've been very, very aggressive, and it cost them that time. Gonzalez against Lynch, trying to regroup. Frankgard comes out of the box, advances it to Hayward. Hayward over to Raymond on the far sideline. Out of reach of Sheridan, and a throw-in coming up for Newberry. Wolves resilient. This Tampa side, far more chances. They're being outshot 14-6 right now. Newberry scrapping away and keeping themselves in this game. They are now in line for a point. Midfield scrum. It's controlled by Hannah Watson, Tampa. Cicero advancing past to Oskadam. Oskadam working towards the center. Towsy into Cece Gonzalez. On the head, arched it as high as St. Louis and right into the awaiting mitts of Alexis Carrillo. Carrillo, a long punt. Taken control of by Michelle Calamine. Calamine comes down for it. She beats Cicero. Advancing up to Erica Lynch. Lynch once again trying to work her way around Hayward. Erica Lynch, can she make it 2 goals in the span of 5 minutes? Fought off by 2 Tampa defenders, and instead the Spartans take control. Erica Lynch in this second half has emerged as a potentially dangerous threat for Newberry this season. A quite welcome sight for Dee Sanguinetti. Sanchez. Tampa in control now. Gutierrez tried to trip her. Now on the counter is Lauren Moore. Tampa trying to bring the numbers up. Raymond. Up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez. Drops back to Raymond. Sarah into the box. There's Oskadam. Oskadam from 10 yards out. Loses control. And Newberry turns it around. They'll clear it. Tampa with a throw-in coming up here, but Newberry deflecting the danger for the moment. On to take it is Sarah Raymond. Just under 8 minutes to go in this second half. 1-1.
No overtime, right?
If this one ends at 1-1, we will go to overtime. 2 10-minute overtime periods. But no shootout. If it ends in a tie after the overtimes, it will go into the book as a draw. Each side trying to keep it at the regular 90 minutes. But who can come through with the breakthrough with 7.5 to go? Gutierrez working against Gonzalez. Elizabeth turns it around. Gets it out to Calamine. Tried for Lynch. Newberry wanted a handball against Audrey Hayward. Ref saying no dice. Sanchez. Magana. Guadalupe up to Elizabeth Gutierrez. Gutierrez, 5'1", working around the much taller Lauren Moore. And she comes up with it. Down and up and down and up again. Quite the scrapper. Elizabeth Gutierrez from Fullerton. Here's Hayward. Up to Raymond. 6.5 to go. Raymond on the far sideline. Threads the needle, trying for Gabby Soraka. Soraka been quiet since she's re-entered the ball game. Working towards the end line. Deflected out of bounds, and a corner kick coming up for Tampa. Big moment in this match. Nastasia Oskidam, seeing her first action since high school at Plant High School. Redshirted at Central Florida last year, instead came home to Tampa to begin her collegiate career. Here's the corner. In towards Moore. Newberry controls. Wolves on the counter. Gutierrez working against Hayward. Hayward, much taller, able to control the header. Lynch trying for Gutierrez again. The tall head of Audrey Hayward, 5'9", once again. Gonzalez, slide pass out to Hannah Watts. Watts trying for Gonzalez. Instead, Newberry has the numbers. There's the counter. Trying for Lynch. Hayward back on it. 5.5 to go. 1-1, Tampa and Newberry. On the verge of overtime in our opener at the CSU Collegiate Invitational. Cicero. Up to Sirica. Gabby in the center of the pitch, charging forward towards that box. From 22 yards off, and a shot straight on at Alexis Carrillo. Alexis getting to her knee as if proposing. Ball, will you join me in the matrimony of embrace? And yes, the ball joined her that time around, and now she just sends it away. Annulment. Gonzalez. Lynch charging hard against her. The drop back to Caroline Freitgard. Hayward looking for Sheridan. Instead, it goes back towards Freitgard. Gonzalez advancing pass, trying for Hannah Watts. Watts dropping back to Cicero. Cicero, too strong of foot, therefore to Sanchez. And now fighting for it, Michelle Calamine. Calamine working against Gonzalez. Calamine, the shot, nearly bent it in. Tried for that high corner. Said she couldn't get the angle, and the bend not strong enough. 4 minutes to go in the second half. 1-1. Substitutions coming on for Newberry. Into the match, Jessica Will, number 10, a new face for the Wolves, as well as Morgan Powers. Jessica Will, junior from Leesville, South Carolina. Late attacking, fresh legs for Newberry, who try to end this thing in 90 minutes. Tampa on the back line, and there's the fresh legs of Will. Charging after that ball. Gonzalez clears it, crosses it to Cicero. Watts. Watts on the near sideline. Moving it towards the center. Drops it to Cece Gonzalez. Back to Cicero. Cicero trying for Sirica. A high jump by Lauren Moore just over her head, but they get Gutierrez for a foul. Illegal screen. Free kick coming up for the Spartans. Under 3 to go in the second half. Miranda Gonzalez on to take the free kick from about the center line. Then she hands it off to Audrey Hayward. Hayward in towards the box, deflected by Newberry. Wolves on the control. Jessica Will counters. Gutierrez. Elizabeth dumps it off to Huber. Huber back to Will. Trying for the sideline. Here's Huber again. Huber, give and go. Out of play. Newberry throw in. Newcomb to take the throw. And Valeria skies it out towards Will. Controlled by Tampa. Under 2 to go. 1-1. Extra time staring both teams in the face. Oskadam tackled by Gutierrez, and they'll get her for a whistle. Scrappy Elizabeth Gutierrez getting in there, causing trouble, catching the attention of Mark Sorrow, head referee. Cicero. Off to Lauren Moore. Moore into the box from way outside, off the top of the crossbar. Pouncing on it is Carrillo. Oh, goodness. Lauren Moore from about 50 yards out. Very nearly. That one bounced precariously close to the goal line. And Carrillo had to pounce on it in a hurry, or else Gabby Sirica would have come in for the rebound. Tampa trying for the dagger, and they nearly got it. Now with under a minute to go, Spartans will get another shot at it. Clock still ticking. 48 seconds to go in the second half. Advancing pass. Gonzalez up to Raymond. Raymond loses control, gets it back. Raymond chased down by Silvestro. Into the corner, looking for Sheridan. Sheridan, can she get there in time? No, it's Newcomb. And Will on the counter, he gets by her right foot. Gonzalez sends it back in. 24 seconds to go in the second half. Hayward. Turning it towards Cicero. Cicero in toward Oskadam. Instead, it's Watts. Gutierrez takes over. Gutierrez on the counter. 10 seconds. They have a chance at it. Elizabeth Gutierrez toward the near sideline. It rolls out of play. And this one's going to head to extra time. Tampa and Newberry. 1-1. Tampa, the goal in the first half by Cece Gonzalez. The equalizer by Newberry with 12 minutes to go in the second half by the new addition, Erica Lynch. We will step aside for 5 minutes and come back with the first part of extra time here from the Walden Soccer Complex. You are watching the CSU Collegiate Invitational right here on the new Cougar Sports TV. 90 minutes were not enough to decide Game 1 of the CSU Collegiate Invitational, so we will play at most 20 more to see if we can get a winner in today's opening match. Welcome back to the new Cougar Sports TV. Will DeVore with you for extra time between the Tampa Spartans and the Newberry Wolves. Extra time works like this, pretty much just like a shortened extra match. 10-minute halves, 2 of them in extra time. The teams will switch side at the end of the first 10-minute period. Golden goal rules are in effect, so whoever scores first ends the match and wins the game. If neither side has scored after 20 minutes, it will go into the book as a draw. No penalty kick shootouts in this one. Summary once again. Tampa scored in the first half, 30 minutes in. Cece Gonzalez, a header off the foot of Sarah Raymond. And then with 12 minutes to go in the second half, the equalizer by Newberry's Erica Lynch. All the scoring parties are involved right now. We are underway with the first half of extra time. Tampa moving right to left as you see them in those black and red Rossoneri uniforms. Cicero. Here's Lauren Moore. Newberry wearing the whites, moving left to right once again. First half alignments right now. They'll switch with 10 minutes off the clock. Audrey Hayward. That Tampa back line rattled a bit, giving up a goal 78 minutes in. They thought they were going to be done by now. Instead, all the schedule pushed back. Oh, we just love that here at a tournament. 2:30 the scheduled start time for Game 2 between Tusculum and West Florida. That will get pushed back accordingly. In towards the box. Lauren Cicero fighting for it. Instead, Newberry controls, trying to get it out. There's Morgan Powers for it. Powers wins that battle. Now Gutierrez on the near sideline. Gutierrez, touch of speed. Track star again at Fullerton High School. She's leading Erica Lynch. The big party in this one in the second half for Newberry. Turns it around, working against Gonzalez. Lynch fighting out towards the corner of the box. Gutierrez deflected off of Moreno. Turned around by Lauren Moore, and it's into the midfield. Newberry controls once again. That was Newcomb. Turn around by Tampa. Here comes Hannah Watts. Tried for Sirica, deflected instead. Now Sirica takes it. Gabby Sirica. It's a 2-on-4. Tampa and Newberry. Sirica in towards the corner. Burst of speed for Gabby Sirica towards the sideline. Out of bounds and a corner kick coming up. Newberry with the last second defense. Saves the trouble for the moment, but a corner coming up for Tampa. One of the more dangerous chances in soccer, the corner kick. Neither side has capitalized. 4 corners for Tampa, and this one 2 for Newberry. I think this is number 5 for Tampa. It'll be taken once again by Natasia Oskadam. Oskadam into the box towards Gonzalez. Header by Sirica. It's controlled instead by Newberry. And the clearance out of play. Audrey Hayward keeping it in the attacking third. Gutierrez trying to turn it around. Trying for that corner against Sarah Raymond. Instead, Raymond wins the battle. Raymond and her height. Here's Oskadam. Looking for Sirica. And it's picked up by Huber. Hayward. Raymond. Sarah Raymond. Here is Cece Gonzalez. Back to Raymond in the corner once again. In towards the box. Picked up by Kelly Cardew. Newberry trying to turn it around. And we're just getting word here in the press box. The second game will begin at 2:30 as originally scheduled. No breaks. Short throw-in coming up for Tampa. Sarah Raymond working from the gazebo. Here's Oskadam. Oskadam turning it around, getting into the box. There's Cicero for it. Lauren Cicero trying to keep it in play. Crosses out to Raymond. Raymond into the box. Oskadam on the header. Newberry clears. Long shot from way outside by Moore. One hop taken by Carrillo. Lauren Moore has been comfortable taking shots from 30, 40, even 50 yards back. Nearly with a chance that time. Newberry thwarts it, though. Lynch fighting for it. Loses the battle to Lauren Moore. Two big bodies going up against each other. Controlled by Tampa. Gonzalez. Out to Hannah Watts. Watts leading Oskadam. Oskadam in the far corner. Oskadam battling with Cardew. Natazia to Cece Gonzalez. Gonzalez. Awkward pass. Gives it to Cicero. Gonzalez with the left foot from outside. Cleared by Newberry. She tried to find Gabby Sirica from way outside of the corner, and it just misses. That was Miranda Gonzalez who tried to end this one with one swing of the foot. Instead it goes for naught, and we're about halfway through the first half of extra time. 5:20 to go in the opening overtime period. 1-all. West Florida rolling in. The team from Pensacola will take on the team from Tusculum at 2:30 today. Counter by Silvestro. Silvestro looking for Lynch. Lynch may be getting tired out there. She's been on for most of the second half and of overtime, but a hard tackle there, a successful challenge against Miranda Gonzalez. Here's Lindsay Huber. Tampa holds the line. Moore from midfield up to Cece Gonzalez. Gabby Sirica. Sirica charging in towards the box. Gabby to Cece Gonzalez from 18 yards off. The shot for the far corner, and she misses. Just wide. Now we're getting a clock stoppage here as Elizabeth Gutierrez favoring that left ankle injury timeout. Gutierrez has been a spark plug for Newberry in the second half. She's helped off by Didi Sanguinetti. On in her place, Rachel Serrano. Goal kick for Newberry. Morgan Powers on the near sideline. Fought for by Cicero. Instead, Powers controls and deflected out of bounds. Rochelle Serrano gives it away. Now it's just Moreno for the throw-in for the Spartans. 4 minutes to go in the first half of overtime. Oskadam can't control out of play. Newberry with possession. Newberry still being outshot 20-7 by Tampa, but it's the goal column that matters, and that's why we're playing extra time here at Walden Soccer Complex. Raymond. Sirica. Back to Raymond. Over towards the sideline, out of play, ran out of real estate trying to reach Hannah Watts. Newberry on the counter. Here is Erica Lynch. Lynch heads above everybody else on the pitch. Huber. Cross pass towards Morgan Powers. Powers gets it back. Even numbers. Powers from 40 yards out. The shot, and it's picked up by Caroline Frickard. Had to leap for that one. Not too difficult, but you have to put an effort into it. Keeps it out of the back of the net, and we keep with play. 2.5 to go in the first overtime session. Newberry trying for another counter strike. Huber. Newcomb. Towards the sideline. There's Huber again. Passing back to Guadalupe Magana. Newberry just footing it around in the midfield. Now the advancing pass to Morgan Powers, and the clearance there by Jess Moreno over towards the public's tent that shades the Tampa squad just in front of us in the press box. Throw-in coming up for Jess Moreno. 2:05 in overtime number 1. 1-all, Spartans and Wolves. Greeks and Romans. Lauren Cicero turning it around for Moreno. Therefore, instead is Powers. Powers gives it right back to Sirica. Over towards the midfield. Huber clears it back towards the Wolf defense. Ponder out to Newcomb. 1.5 minutes to go in the first half of overtime. Lynch fighting for it. Advancing past, there's Silvestro. Sarah Silvestro dancing around, gives it off to Lindsay Huber. Huber dropping back to Newcomb. And Tampa holds. Moreno. Instead there for it is Serrano. Now Bailey Ellis fighting for it. Checks against Oskadam. Out of play, headed towards Tampa. Under a minute to go in the first half of overtime. Sub will come on for Newberry at the next chance. That's Michelle Calamine. Moreno to take the throw. Just looking for Oskadam. And a body check by Bailey Ellis. I don't think they play much hockey in Simpsonville, South Carolina. Somehow Bailey picked it up. Lauren Cicero, 27 to go in the first half of overtime. Instead, on to take the free kick is Miranda Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking for Lauren Moore. Moore with 13 seconds to go. Moore out to Gonzalez. Gonzalez skies it towards the box. Is that Gonzalez for it again? No, Lauren Moore off the foot. Not a great chance that time around. And that'll do it for the first half of overtime. The teams will take a quick break and switch sides for the final 10 minutes of this match. Second half of overtime coming up. Tampa and Newberry still in a 1-1 deadlock. If it's even through the next 10 minutes, that will be it, and each side will settle for a draw in their first match of the season. 2 minutes between the overtime periods. Will DeBoer with you on the new Cougar Sports TV, the first of 8 games of our CSU Collegiate Invitational. Coming up next on Cougar Sports TV, West Florida and Tusculum, a 2:30 start time, set to remain at 2:30 despite the added time in this first game. I'll be on the call with you for that one. And then the last 2 games of the day, 5 o'clock and 7:30. Second-ranked Rollins against Lee and 5th-ranked Columbus State against Lynn. Stephen Williams, the Sports Information Director for Columbus State, will be on the call for those 2 games. Each team getting their water break. Trying to recharge, looking for that very last push to start the season off on the right foot. It was all Tampa through the first 75 minutes of this match. A goal 30 minutes in. Sarah Raymond with the pass into the box found the head of Cece Gonzalez, and the 18-goal scorer from last year for Tampa put her first one in the back of the net to give the Spartans a 1-0 lead. Newberry scrapped their way back all throughout the second half, finally getting the equalizer when they threaded the needle, and Erica Lynch took a couple dribbles, pulled the goalie Freikard out of the box, and just touched it by her at around the 78th minute to draw the Wolves even. Newberry and Tampa each predicted to finish in the middle of the pack of their respective conferences. Newberry 4th in the preseason South Atlantic Conference poll. Tampa 5th in the preseason poll in the Sunshine State Conference. Schools that would likely dominate conferences up in the north, but it's very, very competitive here in Dixie when it comes to soccer and all warm weather sports. And these 2 sides scrapping, getting their warm-up matches in. Well, no warming up anymore. This is real game action. The teams switch sides. Newberry will move right to left as you see them. Tampa will move left to right. 10 minutes to go in this one. Golden goal is in effect. If it's in the net, we're saying goodbye. Newberry to kick off. It's Lynch and it's Serrano. Mark Sorrow whistles them in. Lynch with the first touch. And here we go, 10 minutes to go. 1-1, Tampa and Newberry. Wolves on the attack. Gutierrez back in the match. Elizabeth fighting for it. She'll take a throw in, a very quick throw in. Hands it off to Guadalupe Magana. Magana working against Cece Gonzalez. Magana looking for Lynch. Instead it's deflected out by Sarah Raymond. Clearance up towards Lynch. Once again there for it. Tampa. Audrey Hayward that time around. Cross pitch pass. There's Natasja Askadam in the corner. Tampa getting the numbers. Here comes Hannah Watts. Watts from 20 yards out. Works her way around Silvestro. Cross pass into Cicero. Now it's Sirica. Lauren Moore from 50 yards out. Will she try it again? Yes, she takes the shot. Not a great chance that time around. Struck it well wide of the net. And it's controlled by Carrillo. Newberry will try for the counter. 8:55 to go in the second overtime. Oskadam. Watts. Lauren Moore. Hands it off back to Audrey Hayward. And the interception there by Michelle Calamine. Calamine, too strong of a touch, and it's corralled by Miranda Gonzalez. Raymond. Oskadam. Controlled by Bailey Ellis. And out of play, it's going towards Tampa. Erin Zwatalski in her first season leading Tampa, looking for a victory in her first match. Dee Dee Sanguinetti trying to start off on the right foot in her second year at the helm for the Wolves. Sirica works her way around a defender. Sirica into the corner. It's Hannah Watts. Watts waiting for the numbers. Into the box. That must have touched somebody's hand. Any matter of clearance. Newberry gets it out, but Tampa getting it back once again. Miranda Gonzalez. Deflected, nice foot there by Sarah Silvestro with the left. Moreno. Gonzalez. Sees he tripped up, gets control back again. Now it's Sirica. That's Gabby Sirica. Drops it back to Sarah Raymond. Raymond with Serrano in front of her. Lauren Moore. Poked out. And Tampa will have to regroup. 7.5 to go in the second overtime. Hannah Watts tried to get it into the middle, and therefore all the way was Drina Ponder. Ponder, the freshman, getting significant minutes in her collegiate debut out of Orange Lutheran High School in Santa Ana, California. There's a throw in by Raymond. Sirica. Sirica on the end line. It's controlled by Magana, and Magana gives it back to Carrillo. And a yellow card is going to go against Gabby Sirica. More incidental contact. Clock stopped as Elizabeth Gutierrez, it appears, got shaken up once again. Gutierrez been responsible for both injury stoppages in this match, but she appears to be all right now. And the first booking comes with just under 7 minutes to go in the second half of overtime. Gabby Sirica took a yellow card for goon tactics in the box. Newberry with a free kick coming up. 6:45 to go in the second half. Clock starts back again. Tampa keeping it in the attacking third. Silvestro lets it roll out of play. Throw in coming up for Newberry. To take it is Valeria Newcomb. Nuke looking for Calamine. Instead taken by Cece Gonzalez, the goal scorer for Tampa so long ago in this match. Sirica, who just got booked. Silvestro. And the clearance there. Erica Lynch towards the center of the pitch. Here comes Rochelle Serrano. Serrano looking for Michelle Powers on the far sideline. Powers weaving her way through two defenders. Instead, she has to go back for it. Pass heading up. The give and go potentially to Lynch, and it's just out of her stride. Freikart comes on to control it. Under 6 to go, 1-1. Can either side break through and win this thing in extra time? Oskadam trying her darndest to do just that. Instead, Newberry controls and turns it around. Magana, there's a turnover. Cece Gonzalez looking for Sirica. Sirica into the box. Rolls into the waiting arms of Alexis Carrillo. Carrillo solid in goal. The only exception, that tricky header coming off the head of Cece Gonzalez. Erica Lynch has towards the sideline. Tampa controls. There's Miranda Gonzalez. Just one lapse in this game for Tampa, and it cost them the win for the moment. Pass to no one. Gabby Sirica running out of energy. But she does force Drina Ponder to just knock this one out of play. Under 5 to go. What you would say the fourth quarter of overtime, if any part of that phrase made sense. Sarah Raymond, well, she was a cross-country star at University High School in Palm Harbor, but I would say 110 minutes worth of soccer action have drained even the most endurance-trained athletes. Raymond will take another throw. 4:15 to go in overtime. Sarah trying for Hannah Watts on the sideline. Watts takes control, surrounded by 2 Newberry defenders. Give and go with Sirica. Sirica into the box. Gabby Sirica. Pass deflected out of play by Drina Ponder, and another corner kick coming up for Tampa. This will be lucky number 7 corner kick of the day for Tampa. Spartans will be very disappointed with anything short of a win in this one. They've outshot the Wolves 22-8, but find themselves even. 1-1, 3.5 to go. Taking the corner is Cicero. Cicero into the box, cleared by Newberry. Therefore, it's Sarah Raymond from 22 yards off. Chip pass in. Diving header just out of the reach of Gonzalez. Gonzalez laying all out for that breakthrough goal, but it was just too long for her short neck. Powers tried to counter. Instead, she watches it roll out of play. Tampa trying to turn it around. 3 minutes to go in overtime. 1-1. Cicero turning it around. Instead, it's Lynch. Lynch getting past Gonzalez. Erica Lynch. The pass to Michelle Calamine. Calamine into the box, and Tampa corrals it. They can't clear it, though, and there's Silvestro. Instead, Tampa, and they give it up once again. Calamine looking for Lynch. Lynch from the circle. Fights her way around Gonzalez, but too many Tampa bodies there for it. The backline just converging on the big body of Erica Lynch. Newberry still in control. 2.5 to go. Elbow by Lauren Moore to try and control this one. And she frustrated Rochelle Serrano, who commits the foul. 1-1. This match looking increasingly like it will end in disappointment for one side and the other. This is America, after all. Nobody really enjoys draws. Lauren Cicero into the box. Tried for Oskadam, led her too far. It goes into the awaiting arms of Carrillo. Under 2 to go. 1-1. Newberry trying for a last gasp. They have a couple new subs coming in next time they get the chance. Carrillo with a long, long punt. Lynch chasing after that one. Instead, Raymond will cut her off. Lynch. Throw in coming. And subs. They'll have to hurry on here. The precious seconds ticking away. 1:32, 1:31. 90 seconds to go. Lindsay Huber is on. And Elizabeth Gutierrez also for Newberry. Huber with the throw. Looking for Gutierrez. Out of play again. Another throw-in. Tit-for-tat throw-ins for Newberry in the end stage of this one. 70 seconds to go. Huber. Cross pass, and Tampa clears. Waiting for it is Amber Sanchez. 1 minute remaining in overtime. Tampa with the counter. If someone can control it, there could be trouble. Instead, Newberry keeps control. Looking in, stepping in front of it is Audrey Hayward. Hayward up for Gonzalez. Cece back to Sarah Raymond. Raymond the clearance pass. Oskadam. Oskadam dropping it back. Tampa trying to get the numbers. 38 seconds to go. Trying to lead Sirica. Instead, Carrillo pounces on it. 30 seconds to go in overtime. 1-1. This could be the last shot for either side. Newberry with last possession. And they give it away. Audrey Hayward. Lynch fighting for it. Midfield scrum controlled by Huber. 15 seconds to go. Huber looking for Gutierrez. Elizabeth Gutierrez charging for the corner. Gutierrez. 7 seconds to go. A clearance toward midfield. And the first match of the CSU Collegiate Invitational will end in a 1-1 draw.
Your final score, Newberry.
Quite the match here today. 30 minutes in, CC Gonzalez, the goal on the header. 78 minutes in, the equalizer, Erica Lynch on a breakthrough. But your final score in Game 1, the Tampa Spartans 1 and the Newberry Wolves 1. Each side opening play with a tie. Hard-fought match by both sides, just what you would have wanted here at the CSU Collegiate Invitational to kick things off. 1 down, 7 to go. The second game in our tournament will start fairly soon here in about 13 minutes. It will be Tusculum and West Flora, so stick around with us, and we'll be back momentarily to bring you game number 2 of the 2015 CSU Collegiate Invitational. Until then, this is Will DeBoer saying adieu for a lunch break here on the new Cougar Sports TV.